Angel Reese once proclaimed that people tune into women's basketball because of her. Not also because of me. Not, I'm part of a growing wave. No, her. A declaration so bold, it practically dared the world to test its truth. And this past weekend, the test results came back. And they weren't just negative. They were humiliating. Let's set the scene. Angel Reese returns to LSU, the very campus where she rose to fame, where fans once screamed her name, where she became a viral icon, a college basketball sensation, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie. You'd expect a hero's welcome, right? A roaring crowd, long lines at the gates, energy that makes the arena shake? Not also because of me. Not, I'm part of a growing wave. No, just her. A declaration so bold it didn't leave room for interpretation. It wasn't a humble brag. It was a direct challenge. One that practically dared the world to test it. And this past weekend, the test results came in, and they weren't just negative. They were devastating. But instead, Baton Rouge offered a cruel dose of reality. Angel Reese was not met with cheers. She was met with empty chairs. Because the one thing Angel Reese is not is a draw. The Pete Maravich Assembly Center holds 13,000 seats. On the night of Reese's homecoming with the Chicago Sky, barely 6,300 showed up. And that's being generous. The top bowl was never even opened. Why? Because the bottom one couldn't be filled. This wasn't just a regular game. It wasn't some forgettable preseason scrimmage. This was supposed to be the moment. The homecoming. The Bayou Barbie returning to her castle. But instead of a crown, she got crickets. And while Angel was playing to a crowd that could have fit in a high school gym, Caitlin Clark was busy selling out entire arenas. Literally. Her preseason game in Iowa sold out in 27 minutes. Fans were shelling out hundreds, sometimes thousands, just to watch her warm up. Now let's put this in perspective. Angel's return had $15 tickets. They were discounted. Some were even given away. That's less than the price of popcorn and a drink at an NBA game. And yet, fans still didn't show. Meanwhile, Clark's preseason tickets were being resold for NFL-level prices. Fans weren't just coming. They were camping. They were refreshing their browsers like it was a Beyoncé tour. Let's call this what it is, a blowout. Not on the court, but in cultural impact. Because while Reese talks, Clark delivers. Let's go full math mode. 13,000 total seats. To reach 50% capacity, they needed 6,670 fans. Angel Reese didn't hit that number. She missed it by about 300. That's not a near miss. That's a full-on whiff. Look at the pictures from that night. You'll see a sea of purple plastic seats staring back like ghosts. You'll see an upper deck completely untouched. You'll see $15 tickets collecting dust. You'll see a superstar without a crowd. Meanwhile, across the country, Caitlin Clark is being treated like the second coming of Steph Curry. Games are moved to bigger arenas just to fit the crowds that follow her. Teams are scrambling to capitalize on the Clark effect. She's not just filling buildings. She's changing revenue projections. She's an economic boost in Nikes. Opposing teams are upgrading venues to accommodate her. Think about that. Think about how rare that is, a rookie forcing a league-wide shift in logistics just by existing. That's not hype. That's seismic. And to make matters more hilarious or sad, depending on your perspective, the Fever even made a shirt that sums it all up. It reads, "Every game is a home game, because wherever Caitlin Clark plays, the crowd shows up. She brings the noise, the fans, the cameras, and the headlines. And what does Angel Reese bring? A stylish Instagram feed, some fashion sponsorships, viral moments that rarely come from actual basketball. That's not hate. That's just reality. Because if you're telling the world that you're the reason women's basketball is blowing up, you better be able to pack the house. And Angel didn't even fill her own house. That's not a one-off. That's a pattern. Reese struggled to sell tickets in Chicago, too. Her debut with the Sky didn't cause a surge in sales. Her unrivaled appearances? Barely a blip on the radar. She's not boosting viewership. She's not moving merch. She's not generating buzz, at least not where it counts. Because millions of TikTok followers don't mean a thing if none of them are showing up at the gate. And while she might win the social media war, she's losing the one that matters. The one that puts butts in seats. Let's compare it like this. One is the reason ESPN ratings spike. One is the reason resale sites crash. One is the reason the WNBA is back in the headlines. The other is being humbled in Baton Rouge. When Caitlin Clark hits a city, it becomes a moment. When Angel Reese hits a city, it's barely a footnote. Angel's big homecoming was marketed like a celebration, a return of the queen to her court. And yet, the crowd size looked like a family reunion at a church hall. Sections of the arena sat untouched. Entire rows had 0 people. They could have thrown in coupons, selfies, giveaways, and it still wouldn't have mattered. Because if you can't sell out a building where you won a national title, where your face was on banners, where you made your name, then where can you draw? Let that question sink in. Caitlin Clark is changing the game. She's turning preseason scrimmages into national events. Opposing teams aren't just planning for her game, they're planning for the economic aftershock. Hotels are getting booked. Flights are being changed. Media outlets are sending extra crews. That's power. So let's revisit Angel's statement. The reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too. Except where's the evidence? Not in Baton Rouge. Not in Chicago. Not in the ratings. Not in the crowd. Not in the vibe. Instead, what we're seeing is a content creator who happens to wear a jersey. A walking brand. Someone better at trending on Twitter than turning heads in the arena. The truth is, you can't filter away empty seats. You can't post your way out of a dead crowd. And you can't claim you're the reason people watch when no one is watching. Empty seats. Discounted tickets. Crickets during intros. Family members clapping in half-filled rows. National headlines erupting every time she steps on the court. It's not a contest anymore. It's a landslide. This isn't about tearing down Angel Reese. This is about confronting reality. We can celebrate multiple stars in women's basketball. But when it comes to who's moving the needle right now, there's only one name in lights. Her name is Caitlin Clark. And while others talk about being the moment, Clark is the moment. She's the reason seats are filled, TV sets are tuned in, and little girls are picking up basketballs across the country. So the next time someone says Angel Reese is the face of women's basketball, just ask them one question. Where were her fans when it mattered? Because the receipts don't lie. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Angel can still turn it around? Or is Caitlin Clark running away with the crown? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more updates.